signing in on the microphone one time, make it shine. Now, I missed day 50. I do apologize, but my feet be damn balking out there in these streets. And man, it's tough sometimes. You get out of work and it's like, shit, I don't want to do nothing. So I figured my best chance of getting a video in the day was just go ahead and do an old school video for you guys. A little driving and chatting concept to catch you up on where I'm at with the no weed stuff. I know I talk about it obviously, but for those viewers who are new to my channel, welcome. I try to be entertaining in some form to most people. You know, if you don't find me entertaining, it's probably because you don't have a sense of humor. It's pretty simple, no big deal. Not being cocky, just being a realist. So subscribe. It would make me feel warm and fuzzy if you subscribed and watched me on my journey of health and wellness. So 51 days now without smoking the Lord's lettuce. I do not miss it. I do think about it though, to be honest. You know, down here in Florida, smoking that sweet chiba is more commonplace, or like, I guess, socially acceptable than in Georgia. Even, I mean, it pretty much all over the world has become more socially acceptable than it ever has, obviously. But, you know, Florida lifestyle is definitely more laid back, chilling. So, you know, a lot more people smoke weed down here. It's a pretty normal thing to smell weed, like, wherever the fuck. I've even smelled weed, like, at an intersection and seen a cop that's, like, just hanging out, and it's like, you know, whatevs, you know. So, but for me, I don't miss it. And the main reason is that I'm finally getting my shit together. I'm doing a life overhaul, total encompassing of quitting, you know, my other day job, you know, totally shifting life track path, working on health for both mind, body, and soul, the full-on deal. You know, it's not an overnight process, as anyone's ever done it before. It's definitely not an overnight process, and it's tougher depending on how deep you've been in whatever world you're in and whatever world you're trying to go to. So for me, it's a big shift because I'm used to having sedentary forms of you know, employment where I just kind of do whatever the fuck I want to. And now I'm actually clocking in for 8 hours a day. I haven't clocked in for 8 hours a day in probably 3 years, something like that. And even then, when I clocked in for 8 hours a day, it was kind of like you just did what you want to. You know, you like, I sold phones for this company where I would just kind of like come in, clock in, fucking sit down, shoot the shit with people, stand up, go smoke a cigarette, sit down, stand up, sit down, like. It was super simple, and you could even trade shifts and like leave work early. You weren't supposed to, but I did anyway, you know, that sort of thing. So super lax. I haven't had like a legitimate job where it's like I need to stay on my shit for a very long time, if ever. In fact, the times that I've had those positions, I've pretty much been in and out. I remember when I was younger, I worked a job for like it was a shoe sales job. And speaking of which, super pumped about new shoes, guys. Super pumped. Oh my goodness gracious. It's going to change my life. But anyhow, I worked at a shoe shop, and day one was all right. The manager was cool. You know, I was doing my thing. I've always been real good with, like, you know, getting on the good side of the manager and stuff like that, and like showing potential. A lot of times it's false advertisement, apparently, or has been in the past. And so yeah, I did my whole thing. But then, like, at some point during the day, he brought me in the back room where the stock and shit was, and he's like, all right, so today we're gonna reorganize all this stuff, and we're gonna move all these boxes, we're gonna do all this, do all that. And so I like helped him for a little while, and I was like, hey man, do you mind if I take off a little early today or whatever? He's like, cool. And I never ever went back there. I don't even think I went back for my 1 day pay, which is pretty funny. So yeah, haven't really done that, but you know, for me, for quitting weed, I've totally shifted tracks, and now I actually have zest for my days. I wake up with energy. Now granted, I'm not used to this fucking 8 hour a day standing on my feet, so I'm not waking up with as much zest as when I first started this venture, but that's just adjusting. and with new shoes, it will get a lot better. I've been wearing some busted fucking shoes, going through some monetary struggles, this time period. And, old me 2 months ago, smoking weed, smoking pot every day, I would be stressed the fuck out about all this shit. But stress does not affect me the same way as it did when I was a pothead / IPA head guy. IPA is a form of beer that is delicious. So that's kind of the whole thing is I have more energy. I've changed my direction. I've humbled myself in many ways. I'm learning how to cook for myself. I've lessened the amount of cigarettes that I smoke, which is good. I used to smoke 25 or 30 cigarettes a day. Now it's like 6 or 7. Not drinking has helped lessen that a lot as well too. And soon I'll be done with those as well. I know I keep saying that. I think for me that's the toughest shit to quit. But we are working on it. I have gone 2 days, I think, without chocolate, so that's good. Go Phil! Go Phil! So yeah, that's the whole deal for this channel for my new people. I hope you enjoy this short bullshit video. Sometimes, most of the time, I do beautiful scenery of Florida beaches and stuff. Feel free to check out my other videos. I haven't figured out how to do that fancy shit where you put a link up here, or up here, whatever the fuck. Maybe one day I'll figure that out. Right now it's just kind of hustling and bustling. So, my new job is a lot of it's all on my feet, shooting the shit with people, trying to get people to take these vacation tours and stuff. It's a lot of talking and doing things. So, yesterday, to be honest, I tried to shoot my day 50 video yesterday on the way home. It was dark, but I had the light on, did my little thing, but it was not good. I think by the end of the day, I'm just kind of like, bah, 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 bah. In fact, my good buddy Josh gave me a call, and I was close to being done, and he could totally tell. He's like, all right, I guess you're done. I'm like, yeah, see you later now, bye-bye. But yeah, verbal explosion vomit rant session for day 51 is complete. I don't think there's anything else I want to discuss, so we're going to finish with some more crooked time-lapse video on my drive into Clearwater Beach. One love. Real deal out.